A house for sale for $2,658 that could be worth as much as $134,000. This property is available now, but what's the danger? What's the risk? What's the reward? That's what we're going to dive into in this video here right now. So buckle up. We're going to take a look at a house that the average person could have a chance at picking up, literally dirt cheap, pennies on the dollar. Let's talk about where it is, how to do it. Maybe you want to buy it, maybe you want to avoid it. We're going to talk about that here today. So first off, you're thinking to yourself, clickbait, what's going on? Is this even possible? Well, let me tell you this. This channel is all about unconventional real estate through buying properties, through tax liens, tax deeds, government seized properties. And here's why we do this is because real estate is through the roof. It's overpriced, and the average hardworking man and woman can't get ahead these days. They want to be able to get into real estate, but it's just too expensive. Maybe you don't have the money for a down payment. So we need to get creative, and that's why this channel is here. When I got started 20 years ago, I bought my first piece of property for $4,200. It was 40 acres, and I went and I sold that thing for $20,000, and I never looked back. Since then, I've done hundreds of properties from government auctions, government seized sales, and that's what we're going to show you how to do this here today. So what we're going to do is we're going to look into a tax deed sale that is coming up. Okay, now what I like about tax deed sales is the opening bid on these properties is the back taxes owed, and the beauty is you get to own these properties mortgage free because the tax deed wipes out the mortgages. So there's a rule when it comes to liens and mortgages. It's he who records first has priority. So the tax lien, indeed, when it forecloses, wipes out everybody else who is on that property, except municipal liens from the city, because the county doesn't want to wipe out themselves. But liens and mortgages, you're able to wipe them out. So the thing I want to open your mind up to is the location, right? Maybe you live in a crazy overpriced city, but what we want to focus on, it doesn't matter the locations. What I'm looking for is the spread. These days with the internet, you can do this stuff from the comfort of your home. You can get it inspected, you can get it viewed, you can make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 per deal if you know what you're doing. So before we continue, I'm Dustin Hahn. If you like this channel, do me a favor, thumbs up, subscribe. So where are we going to go today? Look on my screen right now. We are in the wonderful county of Jackson County, Missouri. All right. They're going to be having a delinquent land tax sale coming up. Now, the beauty is that they have more than land at these sales. They have houses. I saw there's a bar. There's a real estate brokerage for sale. There's gas stations for sale. There's all sorts of fun properties that are coming up that you can buy and have a chance at buying literally for the back taxes owed, pennies on the dollar. So what you need to do, first off, get familiar with this stuff. You spend time on the internet, watching Netflix, on your social media. Same way you study a sports team, come to this site, study it, see what's going on, and this can be your entrance into real estate. So when you click here under the overview, you're going to be taken to a page that will give you the rules on the auction coming up. Always study the rules for every auction, what you need for a deposit, when you need to be there, when you need to register. Can you do it online? So you want to learn the rules, right? Same way you would when you're playing a game. So check this out, okay? So we have this property here, and you can sort these properties by grand total, which is the opening bid here on the side. We have the legal description, the parcel number, and the address. So we're looking at right now 2614 Denver Ave. Opening bid is going to be $2,658.92. So that's going to be the back taxes owed. So we're going to talk about the risk versus reward on this property. So take a look at this picture here right now. We can see we have a house, but when we take this address and we pop over into Zillow, we can see Zillow has this thing at $134,600, the possible value of this property. And when you scroll down, you can come down here, and generally it's going to tell you what things have sold for recently in the area. So I'm seeing some lower priced properties. We can see one over here listed for 105. We see one over here listed for $9,000. So that's pretty cheap. However, I like to use another tool called PropStream. PropStream has the estimated market value at $116,000, which is definitely pretty high. Now, here's what's important to keep in mind, okay? When PropStream or Zillow does this, they're using an algorithm, all right? And this algorithm is based on properties that are selling in the area, generally on the MLS, and fixed up, ready to go, okay? Now, you getting into this as a new investor, you need to have an open mind. Now, before we continue, open mind. If you want some help in this business, below the video, I have a totally free mini course called the ABCs of Tax Lien and Deed Investing. It's going to show you guys how to buy property for as little as 50 bucks. I have all the directories, everything you need, all the phone numbers to the counties, and a bunch of on-demand trainings. If you click the description below, back in the day we had these on DVD, we put them on demand. If you click the description below, there's a page here. You can go. It's totally free, no credit card. You can't even pay. Once again, my gift for everybody watching. If you want to schedule a call, maybe do some mentoring, get some help, save some time, there's also a link to book a call if you like. That is in the description below. Check it out. Totally free, my gift to you. So coming back here, remember, Zillow marks things based on their algorithm, right? So when we look at this, what we want to do is we want to come over now to Google Streets, okay? So when we come over here, we search it, we want to look at what's going on. So out of the gate, check this out. This photo on the top left is from 2022. You can see more dates here going back in time, but let's just take a look from a bird's eye view what's going on. You can see here that it looks like they're trying to fix this thing up a little bit. But when you go back in time, it was definitely looking pretty rough, right? So it was looking pretty rough here, but then in 2022, it looks like somebody is now fixing it up, making it livable. Okay, so we want to look at some of the data points that we have available. So check this out, 2022, we see this going on, but a red flag for me is, look at this picture. What do you see right here on Zillow? Is we see a lovely dog here. Beware a dog. That looks like a big loud dog that is probably barking, and it's hard to tell. It does look like that is the yard of the homeowner. So beware when you're looking at this stuff, kind of where the lot is, right? So check it out. If we look here, go back in time, we can see it's pretty rough. We can see it's being fixed up. Now, the thing I'd be aware of, so first off, if this wasn't the yard, it looks like it is the yard. If that was the neighbor and a barking dog, I'd want to be aware. So now we need to put our thinking caps on and see the risk versus reward as you being a new investor, right? So here's the thing. Opening bid on this thing is so cheap. So when you get into this game of tax liens and deeds and government seized properties, the beauty is a lot of these properties sometimes will go for opening bids. So if you bought this thing for the opening bid, if we come over here to $2,600 or even $5,000, I have no doubt that you'll probably be able to flip this thing and make maybe $5,000, $10,000, or even more on a flip, because somebody will want to buy it. Now, based on what I'm seeing here in 2022, you can see that it looks like they've been working on it. Like, check it out. You come back here, and of course my image has changed when I wanted it, but we come up here. Oh, that's 2019, but skip ahead to 2022. You can see they're doing some work, right? You can see they built a new deck. If we come up the street a little bit and look over, look, there's a brand new fence in the back. So somebody's putting money into this property to fix it up. So what that tells me is obviously it's going to need a little bit of a rehab, but how much of a rehab? That's kind of what we need to read between the lines on. So clearly it's worth fixing up. Now, rehab numbers for a total rehab is important to think about. So what I do is just kind of some quick armchair math here, right? So I'd say a rehab like this is probably, based on what I'm seeing in this picture, very crude, probably about $40 a square foot is what I would budget in this area for this. So I go 40 times 1780 square feet. Okay, let's see, 1788, whatever. So probably about a $70,000 rehab to make this thing really nice and make it like top of the market. So if you bought it for $5, you're into it for $75. If it's worth $134, there's a good opportunity here perhaps to make some good money, but you need to be careful. So looking at the risks, looking at the rewards, let's look at this thing a little bit further. What I want to do is, I'm curious, what are the rents in this area? So I like to use a site called Rentometer. You paste the address. We have a house, a duplex. We have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and 1 or more. We want to check the rents in the area. We want to see what type of debt gets serviced. So looking at this, medium rental price is around $1,300, perhaps You know, that's what Rentometer is telling us for this property. So when it comes to servicing the debt, even at full price, this thing could make money. So as you're watching this, you need to think to yourself, where are you at? You know what I mean? If you only have 10 or 20,000 bucks, you could bid on this thing. Maybe you get it for opening bid, do a quick flip, make a quick 10, 20 grand, move on to the next one. Okay. However, if you want a rental and you want to fix this thing up, that's a pretty good ROI. If you're into it for 70,000 bucks and it rents for 13, I'll take that all day long, because that's a great ROI on your money. Or if you wanted to fix it up and sell it for top of market value. Now, another thing to do is use this site called Area Vibes to see what the area is like. Put this in here, see what's going on, and it's going to give you a rating. It gives you a 62%. We have a nearby rating of 82, but you can see the details of why it gives this rating, okay? Amenities, good commute, cost of living is good, crime, F, okay? So this is in a bit of a high crime area, all right? So that is definitely something that is a risk, all right? So I would take that into consideration, and you can kind of see that obviously like when you're looking on the street a little bit, like it's decent, but it looks like here there's a place across the road. Now, if you live in the area, you can go look at it in person. However, you can use things like wegolook.com, Airtasker to send somebody to go look. You always want recent pics if you're doing this stuff remotely, okay? So coming back to our premise here, there are tons of properties on this site that you can go through and start to see what's going on, right? This is coming up, poke around, see what we have. This one definitely looks rough. This one, opening bid here, let's see what we got. Once again, lots of abandoned junk, right? So I'm just gonna scoot up here. I'm gonna sort this by grand total, meaning like the opening bid. I'm gonna scroll up. Let's see what we're getting into for 37,000 bucks. Okay, what do we have here? Some lots, meh, so. But come on here and start poking around. See what you can find, right? So we have the totals. You can sort this by the amount, all right? I'm just gonna sort it by the total. Let's see what we get for 34,000 bucks over here. Okay, maybe a little better. 37,000 bucks back to this lot. 32,000. Remember, guys, these are properties available coming up that you could buy. This one looks really good. Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna take the address and I'm just gonna come over. I'm gonna copy the address. Where'd we go here? I want to see what's going on. This is sales. This stuff is so fun. It's literally like treasure hunting for adults. You can make hundreds of thousands of dollars in this business. We lost the address here. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Coming back over here, we're going to click on the price, and then it's going to bring it up. You're going to scroll over here, and we're going to paste this address. Okay. And, oh, that was the address from before. Bear with me here as we cruise through this. So I want to copy this address here. Okay, we're gonna come over here. We're doing this live in the moment together. Boom. We're gonna paste this. We wanna see what's going on in Missouri, all right? So here we are. Now, we have this thing on Realtor.com. We're taking a look, and what do we have? Let's see, single family home. This thing's looking really good. So yeah, $595 value on this baby, okay? So you can see there's huge home runs that can be done in this business that is absolutely awesome. So we started with a low budget one, but this one looks pretty darn good as far as this goes. Much better. So the opening bid here on this property is, where did we go? Of course the computer's slow. Opening bid is 32,000 bucks, all right? This thing looks pretty good. We got T-Mobile Center. Look at how close this is to T-Mobile Center. Like, this thing is downtown Kansas City, all right? So something like this can have the power to change your life if you get into this business. If you buy it, you can make a couple $100,000. It is available. You can do it. That's what this channel is here and dedicated to doing, and teaching you how to get into this game through unconventional ways: tax liens, tax deeds, government seized properties. You can do this from home. So if you want to get started, now's the time to start. Like I said, I got a totally free training, the directory for you guys here, walks you through it step by step. We got the ABCs of tax lien and deed investing. It's going to teach you exactly how to do it. It's totally free. If you click in the description below, you'll land on this page. Once again, just enter your name, email. You'll be in great shape. And from there, if you want some mentoring, some one-on-one help, there's also a link there to book a call. So the link tree below will take you to this. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Would you buy this property? Would you not? Appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.